Hey peeps. So if you cannot tell, I'm not here today. I had to leave a little early. Um, so today we're gonna finish the review. Your entire review packet should be done by the end of today on 1 through 34. Okay, my side and your side included. Last time we finished off on number 21 and 22, so those should all be done. Let me make sure it was that one. Yep, so 23 is where we're gonna start today. Okay, and again, make sure you take good notes. That way you have these for your test, okay? So, if we look at 23, it says write the slope-intercept form. So it's y equals mx plus b, okay? Where this is my slope and this is my y-intercept, okay? This is my m and that's my b. So it's gonna be y equals, my m is 4, x plus my b is 1. Okay. The next section on here says write the point slope form, okay? And again, make sure you take good notes. So we got y minus y1 equals m x minus x1. Okay, and again, my m is my slope, and this goes x comma y, or x1, y1. Okay, so that's where that x1 and y1 parts come from. Okay, not exactly like this y is pointed there, okay, but so we can say, you could label these x1, y1, and my m. And so now we have enough information here to plug everything in, okay? And if I'm going too fast, please pause the video and take whatever notes you can, okay? So we got y minus, well, my y1 is 3, equals my m is negative 2, x minus my x1 is 1. Okay, and don't forget, if you have a minus, so if this was like negative 1, then we would put x minus negative 1, and you need to change a minus to a plus. Oops. So make sure that that part gets done. The heck's going on? Okay, so that's how it should look. And it says do it in point slope, and so we left it in point slope. Okay, and again, if it has point slope, okay, that means that there's going to be a point, which is this, and a slope, which is this, okay? A point and a slope. Okay, that's why it's called point slope, and we leave it with the parentheses and everything. Okay, 27, again, they want you to write the point slope form, okay, which is y minus y1 equals my m, x minus x1. Okay, and then we can go ahead and label our stuff. Okay, well, when we're labeling, okay, well, there's only one formula that uses x1, y1, x2, y2, okay? And so that, okay, that formula is going to be m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, and if you have all the formulas on your paper, you should be totally fine when you do these. Okay, well, my y2 is going to be negative 2 minus y1, which is 2, over x2, which is negative 1, minus x1, which is negative 4. Okay, and for those of you guys that forgot, okay, you can turn your calculator on and you're going to hit that fraction button, and you can type in everything just the way it is. Okay, and it should look like that on your calculator. Okay, and when you hit equals, it'll pop you out the fraction and everything. So it's going to be negative 4 over 3. Okay, and the same way that our slope is that rise over run, that's why we can get that. And so that's my m. This is my m. Okay, and so now we can look at this and say, well, I have my x1 and y1, right? And I have my m. So now I'm ready to go ahead and plug this into this formula. Okay, so it's going to be y minus my y1 is 2 equals my m is negative 4 over 3, x minus x1, which is negative 4. Okay, and this is what I was talking about, that minus minus. We have to take a minus minus and turn it into a plus. Okay, and so now this is ready to go. Okay, we got 3 left. Okay, the next one is solve each system by graphing. Okay, so again, when we graph, it has to be in this form, y equals mx plus b. Okay, we do this one first. We graph first. F-I-R-S-T, I don't know how to spell. Okay, and that's my y-intercept. Okay, this is my slope, or my rise over run. Okay, and that's how much do we go up or down versus how much do we go left or right. Okay, and then the last little bit of information, which again, we've already done this on the front page, is this is a positive line and this is a negative line. Okay, so take a second, pause the video. I'm gonna wheelie this up just a little bit so you can see. Make sure you take these notes on here. That way you have them to use, okay? Now, we're gonna graph line 1. Okay, and again, pause till everybody's done or something. Okay, we're gonna graph line 1 at 3. Okay, so we go to the Y line and find the 3. Okay, from here, we're gonna go up 1 and over 2. Up 1 and over 2. Okay, or we can check the down. So down 1 over 2. Down 1 over 2. Down 1 over 2. I'm out of room. Okay, so that's line 1. Line 2 starts at -2. Okay, and my slope is -3/4. So my line is negative, so it's got to be going this way. And even if you're not sure, like, where do they intersect at? Okay, so we're going to go up 3, 1, 2, 3, over 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, notice how that dot is green and blue. That's going to be our solution. Okay, that's where it does both. Okay, now, when we write these, we're going to go x, comma, y. Okay, well, my x, we always look either up or down first, and my y is either left or right. So if I look up, there's no numbers. Okay, well, if I look down, I'm at -4. Okay, and my y, I either look left and there's no numbers, or I look right and it's at 1. Okay, and so that's my intersection point, or my solution. Okay, and again, if you're not done, pause. Okay, solve each system by substitution. I would love to say there's not a ton of notes that I can write you, okay? So we're gonna circle this, and we can plug it into the other one. Okay, we always circle the y equals equation. Okay, so we got -4x minus 5. Well, instead of y, I'm putting this 3x minus 1 equals -14. Okay, so our first step is to plug in, and we can maybe even write some steps. Okay, plug in. Our next step, I already know, is going to be to distribute. Dang, I messed that spelling up. Okay. So we're going to say -4x minus 15x plus 5, okay? -5 times -3 is -15, and -5 times -1 is +5. Okay, well, if I was going to label a next step, that's going to be to combine. Okay, and so I can combine these two. So I'm going to get a -19x plus 5 equals -14. Okay, then your next step is going to be to add or subtract. Okay, and so in this case, we're gonna minus 5. Oh shoot, look at that. I said 19. This should be a 14 right here. I got a step ahead of myself. Oh my goodness gracious, what's going on with me today? 14. Okay, negative 14 minus negative 5 is going to be negative 19, but. Okay, and then our last step is going to be to divide. Okay, so we're going to divide by negative 19. Okay, and so I get x equals 1. Okay, your next step then is going to be to plug in to the either what you have circled above or you could say the y equals above. Okay. So if we plug that into what we have circled above, that says y equals 3x minus 1. Well, we've already found the x, so where the x is at, we're going to plug that in. Okay, remember, we can just straight up type that on the calculator. But, I mean, you can also do it by your head. So 3 times 1 is 3, minus 1 is going to be 2. Okay, and so we write this as a coordinate of 1, comma 2. Okay, and so that does kind of give you a little bit of steps, but, okay, the one thing that I would add up here is put a 1 in front of this x on number 32. Put a 1, make your life easier. Sorry, you can't even see that side anyway. See where I put the 1? Okay, I most definitely would put that 1 there just to, so there's no confusion and you don't accidentally mess something up. Okay, our very last one, and again, if you're not done, push pause. Okay, our very last one is going to be elimination. Okay, so we know that we need to add them together. So eliminate, it means to get rid of. Okay, negative or 10 plus negative 10 is only 0 if we plus them. Okay, so we're going to add these two together. And so your first step, I guess, if you were going to have to write it out, okay, is going to be to add. Okay, and so these are going to cancel. First of all, we can put a 1 right here. Negative 3 plus negative 1 is going to be negative 4y. Okay, and then you're going to say negative 17 plus a negative 19 is going to be a negative 36. Okay, and then our next step is going to be to divide. So we're going to divide by negative 4. So we get y equals 9. Okay, your next step is going to be to plug into either original equation. Okay, and so this is where I always ask you, do you want to use equation 1 or equation 2? Okay, and so I'm just going to use number 1, but if you chose to use something else, that's fine. So we got 10x minus 3y equals negative 17. Okay, well, I can, where the y is at, I can put a 9 instead. Okay, or you can erase the y and put the 9, or you can just do it straight from the gate. But some of you guys struggle where to put that. Okay, and so we're gonna, if you were gonna write these steps out, I just used the same word to distribute just because. Okay, we're gonna distribute. Okay, so I'm gonna get 10x minus 27 equals negative 17. Okay, and then we're gonna add or subtract and then divide. Okay, so we're gonna say plus 27. Okay, and I really don't like writing the steps because they're not always the same for every problem. They're somewhat the same, but I don't want you to think like, oh, I need to do that every time, because sometimes you might have to just use your math brain a little bit, okay? So you're gonna get, I almost had a 20, a 10, and then we're gonna divide by 10. So we get x equals 1. Okay, and so again, we're gonna write that coordinate as x comma y. So it's gonna be 1 comma 9. Okay, again, if you did not finish if you were not here for the first side, okay, there's a video for that. 1 through 34, you should have the packet fully complete today, okay? So make sure that that is all the way done. I will see you guys tomorrow. Nothing's wrong. I had to take Sophia to the doctor's today. Okay, so be good. Get your packet done. That's 34 points. You have another one tomorrow, so that's another 34 points, okay? That's like almost 70 points, okay? So make sure that you're getting those done and not just doing my half. Okay, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Be good.